go. I do believe we're live again. So I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. It's always a dear pleasure having you here for these moments, for these opportunities for us to consider the new world we're actively entering. We just finished our vertical stream, and in it we had a bunch of conversations, one of which is honoring Sam with the birth of her son, Seth. He's coming to the world on today, the 19th of January 2025. And we talked about it from the perspective of a new child in the world means that there is quite literally a new world that has been created. Gav here, Gav is back. It's nice having you, bro. Thank you for being here on the horizontal one for us. I don't know if you've heard this news, but now you get to hear it again. I'm happy to share it one more time. So that is the that is the fractal we're here for right now, right? That's the reality of the situation. I just remembered the dream about you I had. I wonder what you think. You gonna let me know what you had in the dream, or just what I think about you having a dream about me? Wait for your answer. So in this stream, right, from this perspective of a new being in the world, having a new world to see, right? The world is quite literally new to a baby. Like all of the things that you've seen, all of the things that you've experienced, all of the history you've learned, all of the heartbreak, yada 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 yadas, that does not exist for a baby, right? Drawing the comparison that by the time that child is as old as I am, it'll be the year 2051, 2052, 2051 technically, right? 26 years now have to pass. And by the time those 26 years have passed, I'm going to be 52 or 53. It's quite wild. It's quite wild to think. Where will we be as a 52-year-old for myself? Right? I have given you friends the promise that I'm going to show up on that day for you friends here. Happy birthday. Wait a second. Tomorrow is Martin Luther King's Day. So most everybody has a day off. Plus, it's my birthday. Nice. Little baby being born super close to you. Turning 29, right? I think Aunt B is 27 right now. Love is true. Sending you so much blessings. Tomorrow, bless again. Happy birthday, Boob. So much love to you. I'm so grateful to be off from the main job. Yeah, still working the side job, but it's less stressful. You did share, and I'm going to just reiterate just to make sure. The side job is taking care of kids, doing like some babysitting work, or like kindergarten work. Like, are you a teacher for them? Yeah. I don't know if that is the case, but the closest to affirmation, agreement I can give is the time spent in China, right? Where I would have to, in some way, babysit a bunch of kids as well. 8 to I think 16 was the most I had in a class at one point. And it is exhausting, right? I had like 2 classes a day most days. So 3 hours at most. And those 3 hours really took it out of me. Exactly, Joe, turning 38, bless. 38 is still so young. I don't know if you want to do the math again, Aunt B, but by the time Seth is as old as you are in that case, it'll be the year 2063. Is that right? Even more bonkers. I mean, it's gonna be 2050 for me. Probably more in that case. About right. My mind is melting. Right? There's new beings being born right now. Hey Google, how many babies were born today? Mm, 90,000. 90,713. Daycare teacher is the main job. House pet sitting is the side hustle. But I stay overnight, so it's a lot of driving back and forth to care for the fur baby since Uncle Becky is gone right now. Ah, yeah, and bringing all of the fur babies onto the farm with all of the other animals might also not be the easiest or most ideal thing to do. I can't imagine. 90,000 new entities will open their eyes to the world today. 90,000. My mind is trying to facilitate the understanding of how much perspective that is, but I can't. I cannot even start. I now have the perspective that 38 is not old, just since we live so far out. Yeah, my main pup is a pit and he's a very good boy, but I don't want to risk any territory issues. Yeah, that's the big thing with the pits, is that they're not evil dogs. They just, in the dog world, the part of the dogs, the part of the wolves that respect territory, right? Like if you put trackers on 5 different packs, and those 5 different packs own 5 different parts of territory, you'll see. Let me show you. Hey Google. Hey Google. Show me the tracker information of wolf packs in a location. Man, I'm getting the data, but it's gonna be a thumbnail in a YouTube video. But that's what it looks like, right? So that's a pack. 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 And they roam their territory, and they stay out of the other animals' territories. Because if they came into their territory, they would get bit. That's the rules. Right? That's how their world works. So you bringing another dog or another dog walking onto that pit bull's territory means that you've broken the rules. Da-dum dum da-dum. You broke the rules. Now we're gonna try and kill each other, or I'm gonna try and kill you. All right, and it is a matter of like knowing thyself, knowing thy dog. Busy lady, it's always good to grind out some work when we have the energy to do so. I try to live by the idea that if we hustle hard for a while, we are able to rest more the following season. This is the way. That balance needs to be made. I think he'd like it out there, but prefer to keep them in their environment and routine. Amen, Joe. Not always sustainable, and balance is key. Well, that and knowing how to listen to yourself. Listening to yourself is definitely not something that's easy to do, especially since many of us do not trust ourselves enough to. Right? How does trusting yourself enough to listen look like? I think I missed Gavadi's Guru's comment all the way up top where he said, I was reading a comment you made where you said, I plan to do this to make up for day when I meant to go live but forgot. A comment you made where you said, I plan to do to make up for a day where I meant to go live but forgot. I'm a little bit lost. Maybe you'll catch me up, Gabadoo. I'm sorry for missing that comment. Work, work, work. Then chill and recoup. Rinse and repeat until the goal gets achieved. It doesn't always happen like that, but I like the structure. I was here through Christmas and New Year's, and it was hard not being home. But it's $100 per day, and helps my friend be and to go to work and vacation. Yes, yeah, that's it's not something that they could trust anybody with as well, Bethany. Thank you for giving them that comfort. Maybe one day I'll get the vacation. You are putting in the work too. The last vacation I went on, the first vacation I went on since becoming an adult, and the last vacation I went on was the one I went on with Joe. That was my first ever vacation as an adult person. Yeah, feels quite surreal. Vacation is quite a word. I don't know why, but the way the word is registering in my mind right now is that vacation is getting out of your home, technically, right? So all of us potentially get to go on vacation all the time. Might just be a matter of mode shifting our brains into seeing it that way. That it's a vacation when you don't have to be in the exact same space that you're always in, right? I'm sorry I missed it. Where did y'all go, Melt? Uh, well, to Johannesburg for a little bit, and then to Pretoria for a little bit, and then to Mahalis slash the Král a little bit, and then to Hartbeespoort a little bit, and then to Mahalis again, and then to Riverside Lodge, which is on its way, like still in the Gauteng area, close to Johannesburg. And then that was it. And that was it. It was like 11 days, but it was super fun. Felt felt like I was living in a different world. What an experience! It really was. Felt like I was, existing in like a parallel dimension kind of vibes. Keep waiting. Getting the love in chat. Thank you. Sending you love too. Yeah, it was an experience. Getting to meet one of you friends, right? Jovan was one of the OG ARPAN streamers as well. It's quite surreal how much has changed, and yet how what we know to be true hasn't. Isn't that interesting? Maybe we can take that as like a solace. I mean, that's the whole point of this stream, but I want to like give really some words to it. Hey, Nancy, that so much has changed since we started doing this, right? A lot has changed. And yet, the truth of love hasn't. Love is still true, right? Every single day that we show up for one another, we prove that. And it's so fun being able to make that with you, friends. That's wild. Can't imagine her perspective. Yeah, she's probably getting some rest right now. I don't know if I saw her. I do think I saw her on the previous one. But it is a Sunday, and she just came back home from some time in LA, where she was getting her certification, her yoga. She became a certified yogi or yogini, literally. 200-hour certified person now. And she did come back home, and she's probably like got a lot to do with all of the animals to be taken care of as well. Short road trips can do wonders for the heart. Just driving to a park or a town that you have never been to can be a fun day trip. Feels like a vacation sometimes. Yeah, got one. You are now dead. Congratulations. You chose me as your victim and you died. Take heed. Take heed, all mosquitoes. Learn. Learn, please. Learn from your fallen brethren. Learn from mosquitoes. Oh, dare they. I can feel the itch of that mosquito bite. The one I just slayed the proponent of. I don't know if revenge helps. I think it kind of makes me feel a little bit better that I know that I know. It's a good point you're making, though, Joe. I completely agree. I thought Joe went to San Diego. She did. Isn't San Diego in Los Angeles? Hey, Google. Is San Diego in LA? Southern California. Yeah, but that's still California. She did go to San Diego. You're right. San Diego and Encinitas, I believe, is the proximity location to frickin' mosquitoes. They make me so angry, like unreasonably angry, to be honest. Like I want to start screaming at something kind of angry, but I cannot scream. I cannot scream. Last night, Miles and I used my friend's car to drive out of town to watch Emma and that all region band. And we had the best time just soaking in the newness. There we go. So simple, but it's how you embrace it, I think. I'm so happy to hear that. I was giving advice and you already being on it. Walking in a different patch of land lets us absorb energy from foreign sources and lends itself to added information for the soul. They're two different cities. Yeah, I think you're right. Los Angeles is a literal city, right? I think in my mind, for some reason, LA was that sliver of California, right? You are right. Again, I don't live in America. You have so much space that in my brain, what I see is like California lit up, right? So when I say LA and when I say San Diego, the same spot in my brain lights up, right? Because that's the level of fidelity I have of your world, having never been there. So do excuse me. I'm so sorry. They are definitely two different cities. You're right. Walking on a different patch of land. Bless again. The newness, yes, that was the word I was searching for. Newness can be soothing. That's the title of today's stream as well, right? Technically, talking about new worlds. We're literally here for some new worlds, like a shot of vitamin C. The world is new every time you look at it from a different perspective. Every time you learn a new piece of information and show up with that as a part of your experience, you make the world new. I appreciate you. Thank you, friends, for joining me. It was so nice having you here. I do think we have like touched on all of the cliff notes of what we talked about today. I'll show you yesterday's flower and poem. Yeah, we'll do that. This is what the flower looked like. Love your friends, big or bunches. I think I get stale in my day to day, and I look at new as a fresh start. Yeah, a fresh start. I don't know if there is such a thing. Maybe it could be like I feel a fresh start in that way only exists for babies. And this is not me trying to take that away. But but I feel like it would be unreasonable for us to expect that experience of fresh startedness to feel like something is new. Maybe that's the way I see it. Love you all. Thank you for allowing me to visit. Sorry for loading the chat. You never have to apologize for being present. Bethany, you are loved and appreciated as you are. Oh, so nice. I'm happy you like it. One more. One more look see. And then I'll read you the poem that went associated with it. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Let the winds be gentle and the sun shine brightly upon your journeys. Love, orange and blue, complementing colors. Yay. These are going to be the colors for today. So, like light and dark blues. I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out as well. Let me see. Yesterday's poetry. Patreon. Yes, yes. Must. And it goes the art of the unseen. You know? You know the art of the unseen? Yesterday's topic was about novelty, how we are actively seeking novelty as human beings. We create novelty through our minds and through our actions as well, right? And my art is me trying to use something you've seen and make it more novel. Because you did get to see the clothing I wore yesterday. I wore that black and patterned, yellow patterned shirt with Joy Vive's blue scarf. All right, the art of the unseen. Enjoy the rest of your day, Mel. Bless Bethany. We were never meant for stillness. Not in the mind, not in the heart, not in the way our hands reach forward. Always searching for the next spark, the next rhythm, the next impossible thing that turns the ordinary into awe. What if life but a curtain drawn back, a grand reveal? What is life but a curtain drawn back, a grand reveal again and again? Not a script to be followed, but a dance with the unknown, stepping light footed into the thrill of what else? What if? What now? We are not built for endings. We are the architects of surprise, the ones who laugh in the face of certainty and whisper, show me something new. And the world always does. And the world always does. And the world always does. Show us something new. New worlds unfolding, unfolding ceaselessly from our creative minds. My art is very unseen because I haven't done any for a few months. Yeah. The fact that you friends support my Patreon is why my art gets seen. I don't post my art anywhere else. I don't know if that's a good thing anymore. I believe my art is valuable. You know what? My affirmations has been reaffirmed. My art is valuable. And the fact that you friends support my art means that you will directly benefit from that value you give me. All right? That's the way I see it. It's that if you're willing to bring value into my life, I'll do everything in my power to bring value into yours. And, that as an extension means that uh, maybe I'll make some parts. Like a part of me, if it, grows enough, I want it to be a fractal of the people that support, maybe that have like a voting role, can choose one out of every nine, and then maybe one of those can become public or whatever. But yeah, I appreciate your friends' support, your friends' seeing of my art, lending me your eyes so I can show you beautiful things. I believe that the human that is MeltMore is valuable. Yes, you do, Gavadigo. All right. If there was a voting role, Gabadigu would be amongst the people seated. All right. One of the pillars of 1111. Right. Uplifting, supporting, adding value. Thank you, Gabadigu, bro. Like, thank you to all of you. Part of me wants to kind of like spend some time. Gab is valuable. Take care, friend. Yeah. You know what? I am. I am. Since we're talking about new beginnings, we can talk about the old support as well. Check this. Check, check, check. Opening. I'm gonna read the the list of every single person that chose to support. Right? Not only those who financially supported, but every person. And it goes Eka Tarina, bless you, Red Ray, Thomas Scott, Lawrence. Maybe I'll just read the first name. I don't want to dox people as well. You know, like, oh, you support me? Get doxed. Lawrence, Laughing Tiger, Maxine, Ezra, Susan, uh, Jazeel, Kristen, Louisiana, Mojo, Joy Vive, Rambler, Joe, Guyana. That's actually that's one of Joe's friends. I'm pretty sure. Clint, Terpillis, Diana, Gabby Goo, Red, Gary Bear, Molly Hanna, Joe Bryan, Dana, and Disco, and Sandra, and Shannon, and Malcolm. I don't know if your friends remember Malcolm. Malcolm used to stream on Arpan as well. He used to be this military guy. He would go on like longboard rides as well occasionally. And he would also do these philosophy streams where he would just sit down and have a conversation with the Arpan friends for like 3 hours straight. Then there's Aaron. Aaron, I'm pretty sure, is like the biggest supporter of the Patreon. You know, and it literally breaks my brain the amount of love that he's brought into our world. Like the level of support, you know, bless him. Kate, also, uh, Mandalora or Melita, bless her. Isaac and Aiden and Elizabeth and Thomas and Kelly and Jacob and Dan and Mariah and Kyle. Pretty sure that's Toasty. Molly and Joel, Daniel, Lindsay, Jovan, Simon, Leah, and Brother Ryan. Like, that's an insane list. That's just such a wild list. You know, it breaks my brain that you friends have found the Patreon space and have appreciated at least parts of the art enough to show up for it. Thank you for allowing me to show up for you friends as well. Terpillis ever popped up in stream again? Not since. Not since, Shan. Terpillis, the last time I got to talk to him, he let me know that he's in the hospital. You know, and I did connect a few times, you know, trying to like send him messages, but if he's okay, he will be here with us. If he's not okay, then we will be there with him, you know, as we go. Love is true. Let me see. I'm gonna refresh chat one more time. I believe in you, friends. Love is true. Feeding time is complete. I'm back. Just as I'm saying goodbye. It was nice having your friends here. I did just like show friends the flower and did a reading of the poem as well. So if you do want to skip back for something that I believe is of value potentially to you, I thank you, friends, for joining me. Love is true. You are loved. I am loved. We are loving because we love one another. We are lovable because we're loved by each other. I appreciate you, friends, for loving in the way you do. Go and love the world as well. That's the last thing he told me as well. I've always hoped he as well. As is everything. As is below, so is above. I'm seeing hourglasses made out of rocket boosters when I close my eyes. Interpret that how you may. Have a good one, everybody. So much love to you too, gobbledygoos. And friends, thank you for joining me today. See you again tomorrow. Goodbye, friends.